documented everything about, thank you so much, Pastor Calvin, had documented everything about his ministerial journey and how he had gone recorded. You know how now we can just record all the sermons and all the crusades, and he had put everything beautifully on an external hard drive, a legacy he was hoping to hand over to his children and children's children yet to come. So they would see how his life was, how he built the ministry. And this was all on an external hard drive. And I believe you also have some important data stored on an external hard drive. But as it goes, nature happened, just like the floods happened recently. The floods came on one rainy season and his home got flooded. Not only did it get flooded, a lot of gadgets was destroyed, including that external hard drive where he had kept the legacy he was hoping to hand over to his family. Guess what? When he was telling the story, he said that night, that day, I didn't just lose my external hard drive. I lost a whole lifetime of record. And if it was you, how would you feel if you lost everything you have kept, maybe on your laptop, some projects you are working on, company files, your documents that you have soft, all of that's gone. That's the time we find ourselves in. People are losing data, and now it's time for you to move to where the future is going now. The future is now stored in the cloud, and this conversation is not only going to be about that, it's going to be about how you can actually leverage this system and be part of something really big. So like I told you, I'm going to be doing this presentation with a couple of people. Let me welcome some of you who have come in here and put your names there. Jocelyn from Spintex, you're welcome. Billy from Tema, you're welcome. Kenful is happy to see you here. Prosper from Osekum, you're welcome. Ben from Accra. Jacob from Accra, you're welcome. Kweki, I hope I pronounced that well. You're welcome. And Prince from Sunyani, it's a pleasure to have you all join us. So let's just get into the conversation straight away so we can maximize the time that we have. We hope to be done by the top of the hour and share something that you have not seen. Even if you've been here before, you haven't seen this before and you would like to stick and stay to the end. So let me get into the slides and then we can just start. Right after this, you'll be hearing from one of our leaders who I said will be speaking with us. His name is Mr. Benjamin Anyanya. Then after him, you would hear from Mr. Prosper, who is joining us from the Garden City. Mr. Ben is in the capital city. Mr. Prosper is in the Garden City, and then I'll be back towards the end. And please stick and stay because you're going to be empowered with knowledge and get a chance to see something that people have not yet seen. You have the exclusive chance to be part and seeing this just at the beginning of it. Throughout this conversation, you're going to be hearing Got Backup, Got Backup, Got Backup. Got Backup is here to empower individuals, families, organizations to achieve two dreams. Two big dreams, your digital and your financial dreams. Your digital dreams, all this soft copy, all this data that you are keeping, your files, your folders, so you don't lose it. And also help you be part of something that could turn your dreams into reality. I don't know what your dreams are, but this is where our world is going. Everything is happening digitally, and the multimillionaires of our times are in this space. What if, by just a simple act, you can plug into something that is actually bigger than yourself? So Go Backup is a secure cloud storage service just to warm the ground before Benjamin comes in. Developed by an organization Benjamin is going to tell us about. It's going to help individuals, currently helping individuals in this short time it's been in existence, back up and store their data at such unbelievable prices that it beats everybody in the industry. And beyond that, like I've told you, this year time to be part of a profitable strategic partnership program. So Ben, if you're ready to tell us about the company, can you unmute and show yourself to our guests as we get into the company, and then Mr. Prosper will come tell us more about how this service helps you solve your data loss problem. So Ben, over to you. Can you hear me, Mr. Benjamin? Oh, you can't unmute. Okay, are you able to unmute now? Great.
Yes. So thank you very much, Dr. Hansen, for the good introduction. You've also massacred my name today. I am Amanya Benjamin. So you are welcome, everyone, to today's presentation. And as she rightly said, God Backup was birthed by a company, a multi-million-dollar internet marketing company known as Global Virtual Opportunities. And this company started in the year 1997. That is about 29 years ago. So next year will mark 30 years of their existence. And it started in Quebec, Canada. But as we speak now, the company is seated on a 10,000 square feet data center in Texas, in the USA. And you can Google them and you find them on the internet. Okay? Next. The company has an amazing leadership and team, and they are being led by the chief executive officer, the CEO, who is Joel, and then the wife, Eve. Last year in November, they decided to visit Africa for the first time. And as you know, Ghana is always the gateway to Africa. So their choice of destination was Ghana. And we had a wonderful celebration, launching God Backup in Ghana and then in the world. Some of these team members are front-end developers. Some of them are software developers, technical engineers that are working tirelessly to make sure that God Backup serves you and serves you well all time round. So why, one may ask, why cloud storage and why God Backup? So I'll tell you a little story. But before then, just as when a country discovers oil, it comes with so many opportunities. The same way we found a new oil, which is data, and we want to unveil it to you this evening. To my story, in 2006, I was in the university by then. I had to buy a computer to help me with my work. In those days, laptops were for the rich, the affluent ones. So those of us who cannot afford the laptops have to buy desktop. And the monitor at that time is the Cato Ray tube type. And those days, those items were made with metal, so they were heavy. The funny aspect is that when it is time to go home or come to school, I have to buy a seat in the bus for my computer because I have to protect it. But it served us well in my hostel, in my room, and then in my class because we were using it to do a whole lot of things. We even bought a TV card to make us watch or enable us watch TV. We bought a CD and DVD burner so that we can burn our music, our videos onto CDs and DVDs so that we can watch later. That was how we were storing our data then. But those things were having issues because you have to make sure that your CD or your DVD never get a scratch. Once there's a scratch or it breaks, you've lost your data. Then we have to move to pen drives. Those days, pen drives were in megabytes, 2 megabytes, 4 megabytes, 8 megabytes. If you're able to buy a 32 megabyte pen drive, oh, you are Oga. But they also come with their issues. You store information on them, and then before you realize someone have stolen it, it gets missing. You give it to somebody, you even forget whom you've given it to, and then you lose your data. Then we have to go to external drives. So I remember a cousin of mine gave me a 128 megabyte external drive. In fact, that drive was heavy. It even has a power supply. So before you even use it, you have to plug it to a power. And because of the weight, you can't be carrying it around. Viruses attack it and then they consume everything. So we were losing our data. Now we are in a world that computers are now sophisticated. Phones are sophisticated. We are using our phones and our gadgets to produce lots and lots of data. Social media has even spoiled the thing. Videos are being uploaded and shared everywhere. If you are on just about 2 or 3 WhatsApp groups, within a day, the amount of data or videos and music and things that will get into your phone, you can't imagine. So there is the need for us to now start storing our documents, our data, our videos, music, and other things outside the phones and outside the computers that we are generating them. And that is why we need what? Cloud storage. And God Backup is here to give us that opportunity to be able to save all our documents onto the cloud. So the more reason why we also need cloud storage is that on a daily basis, more than 400 million terabytes of data is generated. That is as at 2024. And by the end of the year 2025, it was expected that about 181 zettabytes of data was supposed to be produced. Where will we store all this data? Hard drives can no more contain them, and therefore we have to now what? Rely on cloud storage, and God Backup has that for us. God Backup leverages on two massive global trends, and that is what makes it what? Unique. I will now introduce our speaker from the Garden City, Boss Prosper, to take us through the first trend. Over to you, Boss Prosper. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our brother, for that. I think it deserves more appreciation. If you can just give us some emoji, your favorite emoji. That is awesome. Yes, so my name is Prosper, and I'm a proud strategic partner on this project. It is my pleasure to share this good news with you. Some months ago, I was sitting on this call, just as you are on this call, and I made the bold decision to get involved, to become a partner. And so I look forward to having you become a part of this project. You should be thanking whoever invited you and say thank you to them, because I believe that you are going to experience something that is going to change your life. It's going to change your whole world. Like our brother said, data is no longer the future, actually. Cloud storage is no longer the future. Cloud storage is now. We are living in that moment now. It used to be, but now we are actually living our lives on cloud. Everything that we are doing. And for every business or every project to last, the longevity of every project depends on the demand. And God Backup is leveraging on two actually. And the first one I want to talk about is smartphones. They are about 15 billion. And this number it has increased. Today I was just making some checks. These 15 billion smartphones that we have in the world, maybe perhaps you may also share with us the number of phones you have. I have 2 phones. In my house alone, I think we have about 5 to 6 phones. So you can see that smartphones are something that have come to stay. And God Backup is riding on this particular trend. Smartphones are in high demand, and wherever that is, it is actually showing that people are relying on smartphones for business, for social media, for whatever. And the reliance on smartphones and the addiction is serious. People are driving, they are looking on their phones. When you look at the stats that we have here, we have 73.4 use their phones in the toilet. That's amazing. Some still use their phones I use my phone for alarm, 79.5. Can you imagine you having your day without your smartphone? That is how addictive we have become. And the issue is that in as much as we are producing this data, at a very fast rate. Data loss is something that you don't know when it's going to happen. You know, as we know, recently the floods came. You never know when it's going to happen, and it's happening at an amazing rate that about 50% of smartphone owners damage their phones within a year. People are changing their screens. People are changing. I use a Samsung, and for those of you who use Samsung, you know that the screen alone can buy somebody's phone. The iPhone users are there. So the data loss is a serious problem, and people are looking for solutions. And God Backup is here to provide that solution. I am into tech. Recently, I lost 1 tera hard disk. I had my data backed up on it, and just one day, I don't know what happened. It just went off. Roughly 67.7% of businesses are experiencing data loss. Schools. I know of a school that lost all of its data. They had it on the computer, and then it went off. So why must we choose God Backup? Today, I'm going to not just talk about why, but I'm also going to show you why we must, or you must make the decision to become a part of this project. Billions of people are already using cloud storage. You are using it. For those who are on Android, Google gives you 15 gigabytes of storage. And most of us are aware, we know about OneDrive, we know about iCloud and all of that. But why must we have God Backup? God Backup is saying that I'm going to give you a better solution at better value. Benefits of God Backup. Like I was saying, God Backup is not just giving you space, but God Backup is giving you high-end security. When you check the other service providers, for the same 6 terabytes, you are paying more. God Backup is giving you 6 terabyte storage against 2 terabytes that most service providers give. Yeah, so let me talk about this value and then I'll go into the demo. So God Backup is giving you not just one account, but you are, and I will demonstrate that. You have your storage, 6 terabytes, and you can share that with 5 other people, 5 different accounts, which is, when you compare it to the other service providers, they'll give you only one. That means you can only have the account. No one else can share with you. God Backup is working on Android, is working on Windows, is working on, iOS. So now let me just let's go into the screen. I just want you to put in, let me know you can see my screen. If you can see my screen. We are going to go into what God Backup can do. If you can see my screen, okay, I can see some thumbs up. Now, God Backup will give you your own back office. You have a dedicated website that is to you. So this is my back office, and this is where you can access a lot of tools, including your storage space. So you log in. I'm already logged in. And so as you can see, this is 6 terabytes. So when God Backup says they are giving you 6 terabytes, it's 6 terabytes. And as you can see, I've only used 100 and almost, let's say 150 gigabytes, right? And God Backup makes it very easy for us to install the app. You don't need to have any technical background. Once you come on here, you can just click on this. You install on Windows. You have videos to show you step by step. If you want to install on Mac OS, it's here. And then also you can just click on this if you are on mobile phone. So this is the mobile app for iOS and then for Android. Very, very simple to use. And you have videos to help you do that. Now, if you look here, like we said, God Backup allows you to share your space. Maybe somebody will say that I can't use all the 6 terabytes. It is going to be a waste. But God Backup is saying that if you cannot use 6 terabytes alone, you have the opportunity to share that space with 5 other people. And as you can see, here is one brother of mine that I shared a space with, right? And he has this that is using. So you can see now, God Backup gives you protection. Even though you are sharing the space, everybody's account is secured. So I can't see what they have. I can only see this, but I cannot see their data. Nobody's going to have access to your data, right? And that space that you give out to the person is secured. God Backup is giving you military grade security. Now, if for some reason you want to take back that space, of course, you need to alert the person you shared the space with that maybe 1 or 2 reasons I want to take back the space so that they can, take their data. Because once I click on this button here, all their data will be lost and it's gone. So that is something that you need to also look at, right? So if you want to add more people, it's just by clicking here, add additional account, right? You give a name. So let's say I'm Sedem. So maybe I just say Sedem. And then you allocate the space you want to offer to the person. And once you are satisfied, you just click on this button here and you share, you'll be given a link that you share to the person. The person creates his or her own password, right? So that you don't have any access to it. Now, let me take you further. Let's look at something that God Backup is giving us. When you save your data, how do you have access to the data? It's very simple. As you saw, I just clicked on this button, and we are going to be having sessions where we give details, training tutorials. So this is going to be a bit fast. So as you can see, I have 2 of my pieces backed up. This is now a new one that I'm backing up. It's not completed. This one, or the office one, is here, right? And then you can also have access to your mobile backup, right? It's very easy. Now, God Backup makes it very easy for you to have access to your data. If you save your data, all you have to do is just come here and you can see my phone. This is my phone that is being backed up here, and other folders that I've created, and I'm backing separate data. So I'm going to show you how do you backup. So this is a folder I've created. I can just drag and drop. So let me look for a picture. Let me look for okay, so assuming I want to pick this picture, I just drop it here, right? Right. I hope you can see. Kindly give me some reaction if you can see, because I'm not able to see the charts. So this is the image. Let me refresh it. So you should see the image that, okay, so here. Now, God Backup makes it very easy for you to share either a complete folder or maybe a single item that you want to share. So let's say this is my wedding picture and I have about maybe 20 gig, pictures that I want to share. It may be difficult for you to do that. God Backup makes it easy for you to share. All you have to do is to click on the image or the folder, and then you have share. So I'm going to demonstrate something here. So let's come to get link. Let me come to get link. And I'm not going to use here. I'll use share the link, right? I'll use here, share link. So this is the link I have here. And I'll copy it. I'm going to share it on the platform just for you. Okay, now let me just, God Backup allows us to protect your image. You don't want just anybody seeing what you have shared. Maybe you are sharing something that is private, a company document that you don't want anybody who has access to it to, actually look at them or read them. You can set a date for that particular file to expire. So let's say this one is 13th, and I can put a password. So I put in a password, and you may decide that whatever you are sharing, people should only view and not download or edit. God Backup makes it very easy. All you have to do is to turn on this button over here. So if I click allow download, this is going, so I'm not going to be allowing download, and I won't allow editing. So these are off, but the password is here. And then I set a date for this particular file to, so it can be a file or it can be a whole folder. So I just copy this and let me share it. I'd like you to open it and give me your feedback. All right, so I've shared it. So God Backup, you may also decide, so this is a folder, GBU demo. I can do same to this folder, right? And all that are on, let me come here. Okay. All right. So this is my phone. God Backup is going to save your files with date. So you can see 2025, 2024. Recently, I had a problem with my phone, my Samsung phone. So the screen, there were some lines and I had to change the screen and all of that. So I had to use a different phone for some time. God Backup is going to be saving each file per date and categorize them like that. So this is 2025, as far as 2020, right? So this is 2020. I had pictures on my phone, and God Backup. I didn't share the password. Okay, so this shows that it's working, right? It shows that it's working. So without a password, you can't. So let me share the password. So the password is password. But for security, don't use that. Sorry. Don't use this kind of passwords. They are too easy to guess. So let me know if you are able to access them. So as I was saying, God Backup does all of this for us. It will take the pain to pick all your images. When you take a picture, automatically there's a time stamp on it. So God Backup will now save all this. So if I open this, you are going to see January, February, March to December. And it does that for all. This is good stuff, right? And I mean, it is so much for the value that I'm going to be telling you how much you have to pay for all of this. All right. So these are just some few of the goodies that God Backup is giving us, right? Like I said, we are going to be having sessions where I'll actually take my time and the other team members, we will do training. You can ask questions and all of that. Now, let me share this. Look at this. Google Drive sent this message. Why am I saying this? God Backup is giving you the advantage, a step ahead. Mind you, very soon, all this free storage that we are having are going to be taken away from us. And we are going to be compelled to pay for these services. Google is saying that photos that are being backed up on desktops and the rest they are just reducing them gradually. Recently, I received a mail from Google, and they were saying that they are also reducing the space, and email and all the other things that usually were not counting towards the storage usage are now going to be, accounting for storage usage. That is what is happening. And that is where God Backup is saying that, let me give you an opportunity to have quality service, not less, quality service for lesser money or price.
So I can stop share so I can share, please.
Yes, let me do that. I'm about to. Great. So what is God Backup offering us after seeing all these wonderful things that I have shared? And mind you, we have an app on our mobile phones that will do the same thing. God Backup is saying that for all of these plus more, you have 6 terabytes. All of this plus more, I'm giving it to you for 99.97 per year. So annually, you pay only this. Now check out what the other competitors are giving. And these are the giants already in the space. iCloud will give you 6 terabytes for $419.88. Dropbox is giving you for 6 terabytes and 1 user, $359.64. Google Drive, 6 terabytes, 5 users will give you $302.34. God Backup is saying that with all of this unbeatable value, 6 accounts, 6 terabytes, you pay only $99.9, and that is like less than $10 per month. God Backup is even giving you more. This is not the end. God Backup is saying that I have all of this. When I opened my back office, you saw them. God Backup will give you all of this. For those of you who are into social media, there are tools that you can use. For those of you who are doing bulk, email, and the beauty, or what I love the most is MacroMax. MacroMax is a game changer. It allows you to post the same social media content to different platforms at the same time, and you can control each one of them. And God Backup is giving you all of this. Wow. God Backup is saying that you can still live your digital dream without breaking the bank. You don't have to lose your photos, your videos, your digital data. Now, when I sleep, I know God Backup is working when I'm asleep. My PCs, my phones, I don't care, because I know I have them backed up. God Backup is so good, and it is blowing and is running so fast that already in less than, let me say, 3 years, God Backup is in 165 countries. That should tell you something. If it wasn't this good, it wouldn't travel this far. God Backup is in 160. You don't have to wait. And this is the time for you to also become a part. There's more. This is not the end. And I'm going to leave you with one of the global leaders. She's actually my coach, the one who introduced me to this project. And she's in the person of Dr. Dorothy Hansen. She's a wonderful person. And I know that before she finishes tonight, you would have made the best decision of your life. Thank you very much. And it's a pleasure being with you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much, Boss Prosper, for that demonstration and practicality of the service we have with God Backup. And this is just some of what God Backup gives to you. I like the part you put on Google Drive, because God Backup allows you, let me just add it here, to migrate your things from Google Drive straight into God Backup at some unique offer that we shall talk about as this goes on, because This is a solution every single person needs. I'm sure you have seen memory full or something on your phone before, and you're trying to wonder what to do next. And if you enjoyed and loved everything Boss Prosper and Mr. Benjamin gave us, before I'm going to add an icing because it gets more exciting from this point on. Please put some reactions of appreciations to them in the chat box on the screen. Use the reaction button. Appreciate what you have seen because this is just the first part of it. This is a solid organization that is offering a solution everybody needs. But beyond it, it's offering you something more that I think you should stick and stay to the end if you've been excited so far. Something that could turn your dreams into reality. But I just wanted to mention why Ghana is on this screen that you're seeing, because Ghana got onto this project barely 3 months after it had been launched through a professor who is in the University of Ghana Business School. He's in 3 other universities in the world, 2 in the UK, 1 in South Africa. His name is Professor Kweku Ohene-Asare, and we acknowledge him for letting us see this project at the time that we saw it. Because most of us in Africa, there's no way we would have seen this solution, knowing how digital Africa is becoming, knowing the number of multiple devices we use, and knowing how our economies are. This was just at the right price point, at the right size, with the right solution that we all needed. And that's how we got to know about it in Ghana. We appreciate him for it. And it's in 165 countries now. But beyond it, I'll play you a video towards the end of it. Beyond this, there's a second trend GoBackup leverages on. Guys, you have to stick and stay till the end because this solution is not only for you, it's for you and every loved one around you who uses a smart device. We are in a time where everything in our world is becoming digital. Everything is happening on this space. People have this device and it's full. They are deleting because they don't know where else to store their things. And you are specifically and exclusively positioned to be part of this trend. What you can see on the screen is strategic partnership. I don't know how you started this year. You can see income. I don't know how you name yours, whether it's supplemental, extra, residual, because I know at the beginning of this year, you started with wanting to make additional income. And this is where GoBackup comes in. Beyond the solution it's giving you, it gives you a chance to be part of a strategic partnership program. It's exclusive to GoBackup in the space. It's the only cloud storage service that allows you to do this in this space. It's the only cloud storage service that pays you. And I'm going to let you see the numbers and why you should be part of this strategic partnership, because we are looking for ambassadors to spread this word of GoBackup, and people have not seen it. I'll play you this video briefly, and then we'll go to it. Please watch online, okay, on this video. Just see where and how fast online grows as the years go on. Just keep your eye on online. You'll appreciate why we are here. It might take a few minutes, but just let's get through it, please. Oh, sorry. See how fast it goes from the year to down. Up. Every other interaction. This is where we are spending. This is where we are spending all our time these days, and everything is happening online. So there's no way you should have a smart device and not leverage from it. The stats even make it amazing and even make it more, give you more reason why you should be part of this industry. This industry called cloud storage, where iCloud, Google Drive all sit, where GoBackup sits, it's $1 billion industry. Everybody using a smartphone is participating in this market, this $1 billion market, and it is just booming as the years go on because we are creating so much data. Nobody wants to lose data. People are paying to secure their data. Look at the blue graph you can see upstairs there. The blue graph shows us what happened last year. Last year, predictions were made even ahead of the year 2025 that the industry was going to generate, I think, just a little over $137 billion by the end of the year 2025. But towards the end of the year, the same sources, Statistica.com, and the financial institutions who assess projections came to review their projection because what they were seeing was wild. Towards the end of the year, Q3, it was projected that instead of 137, the industry was going to end the year at $400 billion. That's what was projected just on storing data. And guess what? They even exceeded it. At the end of last year, 2025, this industry generated over $760 billion. Now let's transition to the graph below where the green and the yellows are. All I see is a bar graph with an upward trend. The projection for the industry is upward. And by the next 9 years, by 2035, the industry is going to generate over, is it 3.6 trillion US dollars. The thing is, are you just going to be a user or you can get to be part of this pie? Please keep this in your mind that a slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. Perhaps put that in the chat box for me. A slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. Of this big billion-dollar industry, if you could take 0.001% of $3.5 trillion, that could turn your dreams into reality. A slice of a watermelon is worth more than an entire grape, a whole grape. And this is where Go Backup welcomes you to be part of its strategic partnership program. If you love the service it's offering and the stats that is coming with Google Drive that Prosper mentioned, and I know many people are on Google Drive, and very soon you'll be having to pay. And if you saw the price point, and this gives you unbeatable value for that, we welcome you to be part of this strategic partnership program and also to use the service of Go Backup. But how do you even start it? You started by first being a user of the service. I mean, migrate everything you have from whichever cloud storage service you use. I'm an iPhone user. I use iCloud, but trust me, the prices iCloud is charging for the amount of data I'm generating, and I don't like to delete my memories. I like taking photos and videos. Go Backup was the perfect solution for me because I don't just use Mac, I use a Windows laptop too. So for just $100 per annum, back up all the devices you have, your tablet, your phone, your laptops, all the devices in your home. Share with the family. Let everybody get a piece of this $100 per annum. Everybody gets to store and get the peace of mind they need and rest easy. And get Go Backup for $997 for your family pack. Share it with everybody. But to be part of the strategic partnership program where you can recommend it to a friend, because trust me, the next family next door may also have the same solution. And by recommending them to switch to Go Backup is willing to give you some good incomes so you can start turning your dreams into reality. So for an extra $20, just $20, total about $120 for a whole year, you can be part of this strategic partnership program. And let me show you how $120 translates to $500 a week. $1,500 a month, $10,000 in a month, and it has already been earned in just 3 years of this service. You would be offering someone a solution they need, and you'll be paid for offering someone a solution they need. These are the packages available for Go Backup. The family pack, which we've spoken extensively about this evening, $100 per annum, 6 terabytes, back up all the data, and the Pro Pack, which Prosper mentioned, the Pro Pack is $220 per year, where you get the Marco Max, which allows you to be visible online. If you are looking for, okay, so I don't know how to promote this. How do I do it online? How do I share it with a friend? There's a tool to support you, the Marco Max. Go for Go Backup Pro, I'd say. $220 per year, get the service and get the tools that will help you to promote it. Is that all? No, it gets better. If you are an organization that you need more than 6 terabytes, maybe 6,000 gigabytes is too small for you. You need about 20 terabytes of data. So you can have your human resource, accounting, archives all stored up and well organized, and you need a bigger space. You can go for the enterprise solution, which offers you 20 terabytes of data at an unbeatable price also, approximately about $700 for the setup, and then ongoing, I think about $699 per annum. You will not get this price with this size on the market. Go Backup gives you unbeatable value for money. Beyond it, this is where your dreams start turning into reality. After being a strategic partner, I'm actually recommending the service to people. How do I earn with Go Backup? Go Backup pays you in 7 ways, 7 amazing ways. Many of us are used to earning in just one way. And if you're an adult on this, I know you are looking for another income stream. This has no end because I don't see the phones going anywhere. I don't see us creating less content. Go Backup is here to help you, help people protect their data, and is willing to pay you. I'm going to speak about 2 of the bonuses Go Backup you can earn with Go Backup. We'll do the customer acquisition bonus and then the cycle match bonuses. Customer acquisition bonus, what does it mean? But before I get there, just know that Go Backup gives off 75% of its profits to its partners. Everybody who subscribes to be an ambassador, someone to spread the word of Go Backup to his loved ones in his community, Go Backup gives 75% of whatever they earn in a month to the strategic partners. Okay, this is the customer acquisition bonus. Customer acquisition bonus, you acquire a customer for Go Backup. What does Go Backup give you? Go Backup splits the annual subscription with you 50-50. So 99.97 is what the person pays for the cloud service. Go Backup gives you approximately $50 for each person you help to back up their data with Go Backup. That's $50 per person. So assuming today, you recommend Go Backup to 4 people. How much will Go Backup be sending to you? That would be 50 times 4. $200. That's what you'll be making today for recommending Go Backup to help 4 people solve their data loss issues. What about doing $50 for every single day of the month? 50 times 30 is what? $1,500. That's what you'll be making on customer acquisition bonus only on the annual pack. On the pro pack, you actually get $75 for each person you recommend onto the pro pack, and you can do the math yourself. You see how $120 livers gives you a slice of something big, just $120 for a whole year, 365 days, helping people, using the service yourself, backing up your data, helping people. This is how it translates to making your dreams come into reality. On the enterprise solution too, that's a 25% on the subscription fee. So if it's a $600, 25% comes to about $150. And these are the multiple incomes you could be making on customer acquisition. Some 50s, some 75s for 150s. I mean, I don't know which other strategic partnership in our time allows you to make such income on just one income stream. And this is an billion-dollar industry. So these do not shake the earnings coming into the industry. That's just a customer acquisition bonus. It actually gets better, because there are other team bonuses. You know, most people like to work with their loved ones. If you have a friend who wants to also be part of this, they are welcome to be part of this. And these are bonuses that you can earn on monthly basis. Customer acquisition bonuses are paid on weekly basis. And you can grow up in Go Backup from copper all the way to the black diamond. This industry uses precious metal to acknowledge work done. It's not an investment. You're not coming to put money down and go and sleep. Yours is to be a worthy ambassador, help other people to also see the solution and use the solution whilst the organization pays you. So you can rank up all the way from copper to the black diamond. And one of our team members just did that, start to diamond in 43 days. He earned over $7,000 over that 4-week period. And I don't know which other industry pays you that much in that short time. But I'm going to focus on the bonuses where you see the percentages, the cycle match. And you can see cycle match bonuses starts from the rank called Sapphire. What does that mean? So assuming you have started using Go Backup like I did 3 years ago, and I've never regretted doing that because it's the perfect solution for me. I don't think about data loss. And you recommend the service to a number of friends. Let me use your first few months. Say, if I asked you how many friends you can tell about Go Backup by the end of September, perhaps you say maybe 10, 15, 20, maybe 100, depending on how you see the future of this going. But let me just use 10 of those friends. Assuming you recommend Go Backup to 10 of your friends who are also doing this business with you. They're also helping people to see the service Go Backup has, and they are leveraging the system they have put in place. And each of those friends is earning, let's use the month of August, they are earning $1,000 this month. What does a cycle match bonus mean for you? And to go up to Sapphire, we'll show you it's already fixed. Once you meet the criteria, you get the rank and you get the payments that come along with it. And you can see these bonuses are multiple other bonuses. These are 7 other bonuses, just like it is in traditional work. If you start going up the positions from secretary to executive secretary to private executive secretary, your bonuses go up. It happens the same way here. As you go up the ranks, you're entitled to even much more. And you can see that happening on this page I've shown you. Let's come back to your friends. If each of them was earning $1,000 this month as a sapphire on this project, this is where the cycle match bonus starts, by the way. As a sapphire on this project, you get to leverage 25% of what each of them has earned. 25% of what each of them has earned. So assuming 25% of $1,000 for this particular month for one person, that converts to about $250. Let's multiply that by 10. That becomes $2,500 you are earning on those 10 friends in this particular month as a sapphire. Of course, there could be more than 10 friends. There could be some earning more than $1,000, some less, but it's 25% of each of them that comes to you on this project using GoBackup's comp plan. As an emerald or a ruby, as you go up the ranks, perhaps you have helped even much more people to back up their data doing this project with you. Now you have quite a number of people who've ranked up to the rank emerald or ruby on this project. I'm a ruby on this project, by the way. But let's still use the 10 friends. Let's not go bigger numbers. These numbers just blow my mind the more we get into it. Let's still use your 10 friends. 50% is what you are entitled to on cycle match. 50% of $1,000, the same $1,000 now becomes what? 500. 500 times 10, that's what? $5,000. Same 10 friends, more value. 50% of 1,000 now, 500 times 10, that's 5,000. That's what you'll be earning on this as an emerald or a ruby. It gets better. Now you get into the diamond tiers. In the diamond tiers, ladies and gentlemen, you earn 100% of what each person is earning. This is how this industry works. 100% of $1,000 is times 10 is $10,000 in a month. See how it grows all the way to the black diamond. There could be a point in time in your life because you took a bold step to partner technology in a unique space where people need a service everybody needs in this time where people have mobile phones and people could lose data and the companies are around are not even offering you a partnership, a leverage to be part of the industry which is building billions of dollars. GoBackup step forward and asks you a chance to be a strategic partner. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next few years, if you earned $20,000 in a month, how does that change your family's legacy? How does that change your dreams? How does that change your impact? How does that change the things you want to do in your life? Look, the multimillionaires of our times are all in space, in this space, technology space. You might think Elon Musk owns the entire Tesla. Leverages and partnership. This economy is leverages and partnership. Elon Musk owns only 13% of Tesla. Jeff Bezos doesn't own the entire Amazon. I think Elon Musk is 9% of Tesla. It's Bezos who owns 13, just 13%, not even 30, not even 15, not even 15, 13% of Tesla. Yet these two are one of the multi-millionaires in our industry. Bill Gates, still 2% of Microsoft. The guy is still a multi-millionaire. What percent of GoBackup would you own in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? Because this is surely a $1 trillion industry. Data storage is not going anywhere. People are going to switch. People are already switching to GoBackup. And it gives you a chance to not only get the peace of mind you need, but also build your dreams around it. So if in the next 5 years you could earn $20,000 in a particular month, would you take this bold step? I'd encourage you to do that because already, I'll show you towards the end, people have already earned their first $10,000 leveraging this. How to go up the ranks is very visible. I mean, once you achieve the requirements and you'll be supported to do that. Just to summarize, if everything we have showed you tonight, the service GoBackup offers, the security and peace of mind it gives you, the email system, which you didn't even get to talk about, but it's one of the services GoBackup offers, the flexibility with operating system, whether it is Android you're using, MacBook you're using, Windows you're using, iPhone you're using, you can still use the service. The other features on it, which we will show you perhaps in the next call that we do, and the support you're going to get with this. Perhaps you have seen everything. You're wondering, how do I even do this? How do I even start it? But you can see the vision of this. You can see no end to this. You can see that, this tech thing, I must be part of it. Take the bold step, because trust me, there's support provided in terms of how to use it, how to promote it, everything that you need to do about this. There will be support given to you. There's a training, there is mentorship. Mentorship you cannot put money value to. Many of us after school have not had anybody to show us how to do the life. Life is beyond schooling. There's some education you need for yourself, some mindset you need to build to be able to win like those winning in the world. And you would meet people here who will show you how to do it, how to maximize your own talent and skills and get the best out of it. There's some leverages you get here. Sometimes because you belong to a certain community, you can get access to some people without needing protocol to block you. You are going to meet great people here that, trust me, there's no way you're going to need protocol to get access to some things just because you belong to the community of Got Backup. How to start, just to rehash, either you come in through the Pro Pack at approximately $220 per annum. Sorry, I would edit this, or the Family Pack. Perhaps all you want to do is just back up your data and be part of the strategic partnership program. But I would encourage you to go for the Pro Pack, because there are tools there which makes your strategic partnership even much easier than you would ever think. And there are some services that you get on the Pro Pack, the Google migration, the MarcoMax, which you cannot put a price to when you start using the service. I've gone over this already, and I want to show you a few other things before I wrap up here. There's a photo of I think Mr. Benjamin mentioned this when he was presenting, when the CEO and his wife came to Ghana, and we had a very huge event at Mensvik Hotel. Then we seated over 1,200 people in that auditorium. People were looking for the solution, and you can see some awards, and you can see Dr. Kweku Asare on the screen. You can see some of our leaders who are on the call here, and the CEO right here in Ghana. This is when we opened Africa to our CEO in the world. Guys, this is a service every single person who has a smartphone, laptop, external hard drive needs. People do not want to lose their data. And this is a project everyone can afford. It's not about the price, about the value of what you get with the service and what that price point could open you up to. It's time for you to start turning your dreams into reality. You see young folks in the internet living the life that you wish you would live. They took a bold step because they saw a strategic partnership program, a leverage, and they took the step to be part of it. It's even now, you can't live on one income stream alone. We all know that. And life is full of uncertainties. I mean, when dark times hit, where do you turn to? Yet you have a smartphone, and you can see people are doing strategic things on the smartphone. It's time for you to take that action, be part of something that is so huge. It's now the best time for you to back up your data, something you already need to do, generate some income, develop yourself, and build some connections. The last best time was yesterday. Now is your next best time, and do not miss out on it. I'll tell you to call the person who invited you to this call, the person who gave you the exclusive access to be on this call. Tell the person, you've heard everything and you are ready to take that bold step, and we'll be more than welcome to have you on board on this journey we have started and have been on with Got Backup. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to show you a few things. Just a bit of disclaimer. I'm going to show you some figures that have already been earned on this project. And this didn't come because people just came and invested. It's just from their own individual efforts, their commitments, the consistency, not keeping quiet, sharing the good news with their loved ones. And this is how they made it. Your success here depends on your activity, and we are more than ready to support you if you would also present yourself to be supported. These are not arbitrary numbers. These came from real bank accounts in Accra, Ghana. I don't know where you're joining me from. So you can see USDs from 2024, about 2 years ago, someone had already earned almost 4,000 US down here. Someone has earned over 5,000 on it. Even this year, someone has earned over 8,000 US dollars on this. And I told you, in 2025 last year, someone earned their first 10,000. I mean, how many more 10,000 before they hit their first $100,000 on a strategic partnership program they started with? $120 per annum. So I'll pause here for some questions because we've gone just over the top of the hour. And thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, you can kindly put that in the chat box. We'll be more than happy to help you get more clarity on the presentation, more answers. And now it's time for you to speak to the person who invited you to this call and tell them you are ready to take the step, switch to get this peace of mind you need, be part of the slice of this multi-billion industry. Not just use the service of Gobaka, but also be part of the strategic partnership, start turning your dreams into reality. So Boss Prosper, Boss Ben, it's a pleasure to have you on this call. I appreciate you guys all for showing up. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much for the reactions, leaders. Reverend Bijou, I can see you on the call. Boss Calvin, I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Let me acknowledge other leaders I see on the call. Forgive me if I missed your name. I see Boss Lady now. Thank you so much for being here. I see Boss Lady Lillian. I saw Mr. Teria. I see other partners. I see Mr. Kinfo. Boss Kinfo, you're welcome. Good to see you. Boss Prince, I see you. Boss Joycelyn, I see you. Boss John Bonzi. Hey, Boss Jennifer, I see you here. Boss Henry, I see you here. I appreciate you all for showing up. I believe we have shown you some